All right, welcome back to the UJ Chevrolet pregame show. Todd Morris with you here on the Bulldog Radio Network, and it's time to sit down with UMS-Wright head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview. And Coach, here we are, new season.
Got here quick, didn't it? And we just finished, and not really. It's been a long, not a long off season, but a very, I think, really a complete overhaul kind of how we do things from January through. The coaches have all bought in, and I think we've got more accomplished this year probably than we have in a long time.
Yep. And I think I say it every year, boy, it's hot.
Oh, it is. But, we practice early and late. We don't want to fool with the 110 degrees and all that stuff. So up till school started, and we're kind of lucky that this year kind of started a little bit later than normal. So we would go at 6 in the morning, or we go at 5:15 in the afternoon. Now, this week when school started, it got a little hot out there a couple of days, but they only had a little cold front. It seemed like come in. It wasn't but 88, and it felt like it was 70. So the kids enjoyed it, but they fought through it, and they're resilient. They haven't really complained about it or how hot it is. They can go get water whenever, and I think we're in really good shape, and that's a credit to Brandon and those guys in the off season and the summer. And I do know we're ready to play somebody besides ourselves.
Absolutely. I was getting ready to say that, though. Here we are in a new scheduling cycle again, and St. Paul's Falls is the opening game, the rivalry game. Kind of tell us a little bit about what went into that to make this game the first game as opposed to being the last game as it used to be.
Well, it pretty much had to be. They're in a 9-team region.
That's right.
So they only get 2 open dates.
Okay.
And 10 you can't play because that's a region game for them.
Yeah.
And so it had to be either 1, 2, or 5, or really for them 1 or 5. And we already had T.R. Miller on the schedule, and I didn't want to have to look for another one. So it was either 1 or 5. So we played them. We just decided to go back to 1 and play it and get it over with. 10 or 15 years ago, Todd, and you know this, it would have bothered me a lot more than it does now.
Yeah.
Because I think back in the day, if you lost that game, it took you like 3 weeks to get over it. But now the kids know that it's not a region game. It's not a game that gets you in the playoffs, but it is a rival game. It is an important game. But once it's over, we got to get back to work because the games after that are the ones that get you in the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the team in general right now. Offense last year led by Joe Lott. Graduated, moved on to Troy University. Who's going to step in and fill that spot this year for the offense?
Well, we've got 2 or 3 guys. We'll probably start tonight with Max Fowler, a sophomore. I think he's had the best off season. You've watched him since spring. The game has slowed down a little bit more for him, and he's getting better and better. I'm not saying he's going to be great. He's going to make some mistakes early. But I think he right now gives us the best chance to win. And we're also working Hayes Harville, a junior, and also Bo Wills is playing some quarterback. And it wouldn't surprise me in some short yardage and goal line stuff that he's not at quarterback. And so he's been getting more and more reps, just give us a little bit of depth. But Max will start tonight.
What about the load of carrying the football? Who will that fall on this year?
That's going to be by committee, and I feel good. We've got 3 big backs. We've got James Holland, a senior. We've got a junior in Perry Hand, and we got a senior in Bo Wills. Yeah. Bo will play all over, so those guys will carry the bulk of it. And we got little Richard Scott, a ninth grader who's really coming on and going to be a good player for us. But right now, those bigger backs, and I really feel good about them. And they have really hit the holes hard and can see good and see where they need to go. And so they've been very encouraging.
When you look at it on paper, you have to say our defense is probably our strongest point returning-wise. Maybe our kicker next. We'll talk about that maybe at halftime tonight. But Kaplan Reed, Jeff Holston returning on defense, your 2 leading tacklers from last year. You have to really expect them to step up for you here early in the season.
Well, I do. And talking with Jay, I think we've got like 7 guys who were at one time last year starters. And the other 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that'll play got some playing time.
Right.
So you feel good about those guys that they do know do know what to do, but we'll be led by our linebackers. Our front's not real big, but Bennett Rowe, Mac McGinley, those guys have really stepped up, and I think they're fast, they're quick, they can move, and I'm excited to see what they do. Both our corners are back,
Yep.
so that's a good thing. And yeah, I agree with you. You know, I think that's the strong point. And going back to offense, probably the point with the least experience is offensive line.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's see, I'm not sure we got a starter over there or tight end, counting. So really 6 there that have a lot of playing time. Yeah. So, you know, they're going to show some looks and see some stuff. And you know, you try to show it all of them in practice, but that's not like the game, you know.
Little different in the game. Another big roster on the team this year, 89 players I counted. You got 17 seniors in the group. Always feel good about having a large group of seniors. How's that been in the offseason? Have they done what you've expected from them from a leadership standpoint?
Well, they have. We just got a couple of them hurt right now. A couple of them won't play, but you know, it's like every year, and it's kind of what UMS is all about. These seniors have led by example, by being on time, by being early. Didn't matter if you're practicing at 6 o'clock or you're doing a workout at 6 o'clock at night.
Right.
They're there every time the doors are open, and they're ready to go to work, and they do what they need to be. They don't cheat on reps. They don't cheat on sprints, and you know, it's just like all the seniors really before them. And I think they learn from those guys that that's the way you got to do, and that's what's expected of you. And if you do that, those younger guys will follow you.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us on the pregame show tonight. Always look forward to hearing from you each and every week. So good luck. Let's get this rivalry game under our belt here to start the season.
Well, we're ready. We're ready to play a game. We're ready to play someone else. Probably wish it wasn't, you know, St. Paul's, but it is what it is.
That's right. All right, well, we'll hear more from Coach Curtis tonight coming up on the halftime show, so make sure you stick around for that. But it's the 46th playing of the Battle of Old Shell Road here to start the 24 season at E.E. Delaney Stadium. It's UMS-Wright St. Paul's coming up in just a minute. We'll be back with more of the UJ Chevrolet pregame show right here on the Bulldog Radio Network, Sports Talk 99.5 Mobile, an iHeart radio station.